Hello and namaste. Welcome you all to Mr. Hanagandi's vlogs. So today I am at Badami, a place situated in Karnataka in the district of Bagalkot. So I am taking you all to the virtual tour of Badami caves today, and with me today I have Raju, Mr. Raju, who is a tour guide, and he will guide us throughout uh, what is the culture of Badami caves, how was it situated, where was it originated, and what is the beauty of these caves. So, Raju sir, I welcome you to this virtual vlogs.
Thank you.
I hope audience will enjoy your explanations. So, next it will be carried on with Mr. Raju, who will guide us throughout the Badami caves.
So first of all, I am heartily welcome to Badami. So this is one of the ancient and oldest monument in Karnataka. So this is a place it is known as Badami. So because the naturally color of the rock is almond color. Almond we say in Kannada or in Hindi in our local language called Badam. So that's why this is called a Badami. But before this place was known as Vatapi or Vatapipura during the time of 6th century. So there is a one mythological story behind this town. Usually, so here there are two demon brothers are there, Vatapi and Ilvala. They are giving the trouble to that local people. It means the Vatapi, from his negative power, he became a lamb. Then his brother Ilvala is going to be cut it and he make some food. And later he invited some people to have to eat. When the local people, when they finished their food, so that time the Ilvala, his younger brother, he say, Vatapi, now we can please come out. That time the Vatapi, he has broken their stomach and come outside. Then they start to eat those people. They're doing like that. And that time there's a one monk, his name is Agastya. Agastya, so he invited Agastya and he will be called the Agastya Mahamuni, and they gave the same food to eat. When Agastya, when he finished his food, before the Ilvala is going to be called, that time the Agastya, he hold the hand in his stomach, just he rotate the hand and he say, Vatapi Jino Bhava. It means Vatapi, now he can digest in my stomach. Then he digested. When he called, he never came out. So according to that mythology, that story is happened on this area. So that's why the most of the inscription, this place is written as a Vatapi or Vatapipura only. But nowadays, because of this color, is written as a Badami. And this Vatapi or Badami ruled by the Chalukya. Chalukya, it is not a dynasty. It was a big empire. Because they are not ruling in Karnataka. They rule a whole South India. They rule here from 6th to 8th century. 1500 years ago, 1500 years ago, they rule here. At that time, they are using three capitals. Generally, for one kingdom, there is only one capital. But first time the Chalukyans, they are using three capitals. Because when we studied about the Indian history, the most of the kings, they belongs to Aryan family, Arya. But first time the Chalukya are Dravidian kings. They born here, they grown up here, they start their kingdom here itself, as their mother tongue is Kannada. So that's why they choose Aihole. Around 38 kilometers from this point, they choose Aihole as their first capital. Because before the Chalukyan kings, like from 2nd and 3rd BC onwards, during the time of Chandragupta, Maurya and Vakataka, that time the Aihole was a huge commercial center. So that time that place was known as Aryapura, the city of Aryans. More than 500 Aryan people was used to live on that area. So that's why they choose Aryapura as the first capital. Later, after 3 years, like in the year of 543 AD, when they became popular, that time they shift the capital from Aihole to Badami. So that time the Aihole is became a Chalukyan education center, Badami became a political center, and Pattadakal became a cultural center. So three stages are there. The Pattadakal is 22 kilometers from here, so that is the UNESCO site. But this is the second stage of Chalukyan architecture. Here they called by the four rock cut temple. These are the rock cut temples or cave temple. It means they do not brought any stone from outside. Everything they carved out in single stone, single piece of the rock, monolithic. Like this kind of four caves are here. So this is the first cave is dedicated for Shiva, number 2 and number 3 for the Vishnu, and fourth and last cave for the Jain. Like this kind of four caves, So everything is in monolithic. So four different rocks with a different cave, and this is the first cave. I can told you from beginning of the third step to until the part of the Sanctum Sanctorum, until the part of the Shiva Lingam, everything is in monolithic. Not in a small piece, they never carved outside, they never use any cement or mortar to fix on it. Everything is in monolithic. Like this kind of four caves are here. This is the first cave for Shiva, and number 2 and number 3 for the Vishnu, and last one is Jain. But in between second and third cave, there is a one natural cave that is dedicated for Buddha also. So this is a very unique image. It is known as a Nataraja or dancing Shiva. So usually Lord Shiva he have 108 names, and another mythology he have 1008 names also. But when the Shiva the dancing, the particular name is Nataraja. So Nata it means act or dance, Raja it means king, and he is a king in the dance. Usually Lord Shiva he is dancing with a 4 arms, sometimes 8, sometimes 10 also. But first time Lord Shiva the dancing with 18 arms, 18, left side 9 arms and right side 9 arms. Because the Chalukyan artist he got a good knowledge about a Bharatanatyam. Bharatanatyam it is a classical dance of South India. Usually Lord Shiva he is dancing with the 4 arms. So this is because the artist is not only the sculptor, he got a good knowledge about the classical dance, and then so that's why he wanted to show the different form of the all the Bharatanatyam in one this figure only. Within 18 hands, he will be show some 81 different dancing movements are there. So it is very simple. From the left side, out of the 9 hand, you take any one. Suppose example, I take this one, and from the another side, right side, you take another one, like this one. You forget remaining all 16. You just see only these 2 arms. How it look? It's a look like this. It's a known as Gaja Hasta Mudra. So Gaja it means elephant, Hasta it means hand. A position of the hand, a trunk in of elephant. So then you keep the same arm, then you forget this one and compare by one along with the same. Then like a Damaru Mudra, Chinna Mudra, Varada Mudra, Abhaya Mudra, totally 81 different dancing movements on this figure. And like this 1800 Nataraja, it is the only one masterpiece. So usually then the other part we have a Nataraja with the 4 and 8 there. But first time the Shiva with the 18 arms. So then the Shiva's Ganesha is dancing. Shiva's son Ganesha. So usually the Ganesha is never danced. Big belly and big body. But first time he's also tried to dancing with his father. Just learning stage. Just lift the trunk. So this is the image. It's known as Hari Hara, or it is called Hara Narayana. So Hari it means the Vishnu, Hara it means the Shiva. So half part is belongs to Vishnu and half part is belongs to Shiva. So how we can recognize? So it's very simple. From the stage dividation, with the left side, the Shiva with the matted hair, half moon, then the snake earring. But Vishnu with a half crown and crocodile earring. Then Shiva holding an axe with a snake, the battle snake. But Lord Vishnu with a conch shell. And Shiva wearing a cobra bracelet. But Lord Vishnu with a golden bracelet. Then the Shiva's vehicle, bull or Nandi. But Vishnu's vehicle, eagle, Garuda. Look like a human being, but behind wings are there. And then the Shiva's wife, the Parvati, and Vishnu's wife, Lakshmi. From this image, the Chalukyan artist, they wanted to give a message to the society, to entire the world. The God is only one, but names are so many, lakhs together. So living style is so different, but God is only one. This is the image, is known as Harihara, or we call it as a Hara Narayana. And then on the both sides, these are the flying angels. The angels is a good luck symbol for Hindu people. And our angels flying on the sky without wings, no wings. And then you can see on the ceiling, this is known as lotus flower. So this is just for the decoration. And then the second part, we call it as a functioning hall or pillars hall. And third one, that is called an image of Nagaraja or Adishesha, the king of cobra, the half human body, half remaining snake body. And we have 3 types of cobra with 3 heads, 5 heads and 7 heads. So here is the 5-headed cobra, the Nagaraja, the king of cobra. And then I can remember you one thing. From beginning of this step until the part of the Sanctum Sanctorum, until the part of the Shiva Lingam, everything is in monolithic. Not in a small piece, they never carved outside, they never used any cement or mortar to fix on it. Everything is in monolithic. But here, there is a one mistake. Someone brought this Nandi from outside. Who, when, by whom, nobody knows. Except this one, everything is in monolithic. And usually in rock cut temples, we are making a three parts. Usually where we are getting the image that is known as a face part of the temple or functioning hall. Then the second one called functioning hall and third one called sanctum sanctorum. Face part of the temple, the first, second one is functioning hall and the third one is a sanctum sanctorum. But here we are going to see the main sculptures only in face part of the temple, not in inside the functioning hall. Because the Chalukyan artists, they know about the stone. They know very well it's a sandstone, it's a weathering with a nature. So that's way here they use a geology and here they call these four rock cut temples facing towards to the north. Because sun is going to east to west. Inside there is no proper light. The artists they got a proper light only in face part of the temple, not in inside the functioning hall. And even it is very difficult to make the window also, because rest of the other three part they covered with a mountain. So just for the decoration, these columns called unloaded columns, unloaded. And then the part it is known as Shiva Lingam. It is a part of the Sanctum Sanctorum. This is the functioning hall. And this is the third part, we call it as a Sanctum Sanctorum. So it's also monolithic. And these two holes is just for the oil candle or light decoration. And then this part is carved, but not on the left part, because the artist they got a stone until this part only. From the behind we have another different stone. So that's why they didn't finish this part. Only the right portion is going to be a finish. And these are some decoration of the stones with lots of jewelry and other things. And then you can see the sunflowers. So this is another unique image. It's known as Ardha Nari Ishvara. So Nari it means woman, Ardha it means half, Ishvara it means Lord Shiva. So half part is belongs to Lord Shiva and half part is belongs to Vishnu. So from that image, from this image, this is half Shiva and half Parvati, because the artist not only they built the sculptures not only for the artist, so they wanted to give some artistry, so they will be introduced there, they give some message to the society also. So from this image they wanted to say that the man and woman are equality. So here you can see the part of the Shiva, the straight divination with the left side, the Shiva with the metal hair, half moon, skull, then the snake earring, then Shiva holding an axe with a snake, the battle snake, then the Shiva with the tiger skin. You can see the two eyes and nose and legs are there, and then Shiva's vehicle, bull or Nandi. And you can see on the other part, the Parvati with a half crown, different earring, in the hand she holding lotus, breast, bracelet, stomach belt, and some ornaments in the leg. And even you can see the female structure also. From this image, the Chalukyan artist, they wanted to say to the man is not greater than woman, woman is not greater than man. So men and women are equal in the society, they wanted to say here. And here, he is a monk. His name is Brungi. So he is always worship only Shiva. He never worship with the Parvati. So by that time the Parvati, she became angry and she cursed, took the blood and flesh in his body. When loss of everything, he became a skeletal form. Because according to our Indian philosophy, the bones is belongs to father and blood and flesh is belongs to mother. So he is worship only Shiva. It was only a father, not a mother, not a Parvati. So mother became angry, she took her part. Then it became a skeleton form. So this is a 6th century anatomy. So in the 6th century, without any science, the Chalukyan artists, they know very well anatomy also. And here you can see the full ribs are there, and then the half ribs, then the kneecap, elbow, shoulder, the clearly the mention. So this is the Brunga Mahamuni, and the other side just is a Parvati assistant. She is also holding a jewelry box, a beauty box in her hand. Actually, this figure is not necessary, but they make the balance, they make the beauty. So that's why they called here. So in front of you, this is the image is known as Ganesha. Generally, we say this is a Vatapi Ganesha. So our present Ganesha, so he have he have a crown with a 4 arms, big belly with a snake belt, then his vehicle mouse also, and very fat. But this Ganesha, there is no crown, just the 2 arms, and there is no big belly, and there is no snake belt, then there is no vehicle also, and very thin. It means in 6th century they have the idea about Ganesh like this. It is known as Vatapi Ganesha because according this place is known as Vatapi, and according to that mythology, he is going he's only going to give the instruction to that Agastya Mahamuni to go on this place to eat the Vatapi demon, and then you can tell like that. So that's why he is known as a Vatapi Ganesha, and this is a very popular god for the musician. Generally in South India, whenever we start the musical programs, first we took this name, Vatapi Ganapatim Bhaje. So this is a Vatapi Ganesha. So in this side, this is the image of Kartikeya. He is a brother of Ganesh. So he is sitting on his vehicle, peacock. So from here you can have the idea about the single solid rock. This is the single solid rock. They cut it on the mid, then they make the columns and the stairs. And then you can see the right side of the corner on from this point and this point. So you can see that some line marks are there. So this is they started from this point. So they start to dig, they went inside, they remove the unwanted things. So the temple, it means the plus, and this is like a minus. In temple architecture, we are going to be collect the stone. Like stone become more and more and more. Then we get a temple structure. But here the stone is going to be less. But in temple architecture, if we did any mistake or if stone will be break down, it's possible to repeat again. But here, if it is a mistake, it's a mistake. You can't repeat again. Only the perfect artist only, they have to work on this case. So now we are in a second cave is dedicated for Vishnu. Totally here 2 caves they did for Vishnu. Number 2 and number 3. Because by birth the Chalukyan kings they are following Lord Vishnu. They are Vaishnava people. But in 7th century for some reason they converted as Shiva also. So that's why when we are going to be visit the monuments of Pattadakal, there the all temples are dedicated for Shiva only. But here they are Vaishnava people, so that's why here 2 caves they did for Vishnu, number 2 and number 3. And totally Lord Vishnu, he took there is 10 incarnations. Out of the 10, we have to see some incarnation in second and third cave. So some incarnation will be here. But before that thing, here you can see, these are the some dwarfs panel. We call it as a Ganas also. So Ganas, dwarfs. It means the Chalukyan artists in the society, they attract all the people. Like for these are the like dwarfs, like they attract the childrens, and then some erotic images along with some happy couples. They attract the young generation, and then from the sculpture they will be attract the old people also. So it means they will be kept the mind to the attract to the all the people. So that's why these are the education system for in those days. In front of you, this is the image is known as Vamana or Trivikrama. This is the 5th incarnation of Lord Vishnu. So this portion is known as a Vamana and this portion is known as a Trivikrama. So Trivikrama, this is the 5th incarnation of Lord Vishnu, and then this here you can see. So this is the image, it's known as a Vamana. When the king Bali, so he is a king Bali, when he making some holy round, so that time Lord Vishnu he came on this portion and is asking a 3 feet of land. And that time the demon king, the Bali, when he is going to be a sacrifice a 3 feet of land, then that time here you can see the king Bali and these are the family. And then these are the demon teacher. His name is Shukracharya. He holding the water pot and is going to be a sacrifice a 3 feet of land. When he is going to be sacrificed a 3 feet of land, that time Lord Vishnu, he forget this body, then his growth like a tall man. From earth to the sky, his growth like a only one. Then they keep the first step on the earth, second step on the heaven, and third step on the demon's head. So the same story they carved here. They wanted to show the whole story from this image. So that's why this is the first scene of the story, and this is the second scene, and then the third scene. So whole story are there. But here they didn't mention the third one, because here you can see his name is Namuchi. He is the son of the Bali. So demon son just is requesting to Lord Vishnu, don't use the third step on his father's head. So because usually when we are to walk, first we use the right leg, second one is left, again third one is right. So that's why he is holding a right leg on the hand. And this is in between, this is called Trishanku. So it is in between, not on the earth or not on the heaven. So in between. After that thing only the heaven is there. They mention like that. See on the ceiling, this is a Vishnu flying with his vehicle Garuda. Down is the Garuda, on top there is a Vishnu with a wheel and conch shell. Just the Vishnu flying with his vehicle Garuda. And here you can see in this part, there is no carving. Because once it was, whole thing was a painted wall. But some paintings are gone, but some paintings you can see remaining structure. And you can see the lighter. So here you can see, this is a part of the face, and this is a part of the crown, and then this is the part of the neck, and then the shoulder, and then these are the arm. Like once it was, whole thing was a fresco wall. So here you can see there is some remaining sculptures, paintings are there. And here this is a swastika in one line. There is no starting and no ending. It's all a continuity. And then the second part. This is the first incarnation of Lord Vishnu. The fish. Inside the wheel there is a 16 fish are there. That is the first incarnation of Lord Vishnu. And then on the third, this is the image. It's known as the third incarnation of Vishnu, known as Varaha. The human body but the fig face. And this is the royal emblem or royal symbol of the Chalukyan Empire. So here you can see this is the second wife of Vishnu, Bhudevi, the mother goddess of earth. And this is the king of cobra, known as a Vasuki. Here is the 700 cobra. And there is wife and their family. The third incarnation of Lord Vishnu, Varaha. But inside the Sanctum Sanctorum, there is no image. Someone is stolen or destroyed that Vishnu's image, but who, when, by whom, nobody knows. But we say this cave is dedicated for Vishnu because outside we have a two-door guardian known as Jaya and Vijaya. Because of that thing, we will be recognized. This is the image of this cave is dedicated for Vishnu. And actually, in the beam panel, we have the stories of Lord Krishna. This is the 8th incarnation of Lord story. It is called Bhagavata. So it is a whole beam panel. It is a story of Bhagavata. It is the 8th incarnation of Lord Vishnu as a form of Lord Krishna. And this opposite beam panel, this is the story of Amruta Mantana or Samudra Mantana. The whole panel is second incarnation of Lord Vishnu known as Samudra Mantana or Amruta Mantana. One side the god, another side the demon, they churn in the sea, milky ocean. Here in the downstairs, this is the turtle, the second incarnation of Vishnu. So here we have some few incarnations, like this is the first one for the fish, second one is turtle, and third one is wild boar, and fifth one is Vamana, and the eighth one is Lord Krishna. These are the incarnations on this second cave. Just this one is a natural cave. It is not a man-made, it's a made by nature. According to some historians, what they feel, maybe the Chalukyan artists, they got the inspiration, they are inspired from this cave. Then they call these 4 rock-cut temples. And this natural cave was dedicated for Buddha. See on this point, there is a Buddha image over there. So someone destroyed that whole body, but in the hand, he holding a lotus flower. He known as a Padma Pani. Just is a natural cave, is dedicated for Buddha. So this is this cave with pillar, without pillar, and this cave with pillar. Just you can see the imagination of the height. Just imagine of that load. There is no load on this pillar, just for the decoration. So without pillar, with pillar. You can see the both images. So now we are in the third cave. This is dedicated for Vishnu again. So totally 2 caves for Vishnu. And here this is the one of the biggest out of the 4 caves. This is the largest and very big and very beautiful cave. And this is the final stage of the Chalukyan cave architecture. So it means that not all the 4 caves they not did with chronologically. So according to the most of the historians, what they feel, the first cave and last cave, they started together like earlier. And then their second cave, and this was the last. So that's why it is called a final stage of Chalukyan cave architecture. And totally, so when the artists, when they came on this cave, they will be get a very good perfection with this rock. Because normally it's a sandstone, it is a medium stone. It is not so hard, it is not so soft. If you hit it very hardly, it becomes as a powder. When you hit it slowly, it's never going to be cut. They need a perfect shot. So that's why they called a final stage of Chalukyan cave architecture. Totally 28 years to the all 4 caves. But only for this one, they took a 12 years. So 550 to 578. So it means 28 years they did all 4 caves. But only for this one they took a 12 years. It means rest of the other 16 years they did all 3 caves. But only for this one they took a 12 years. And this is a memory of the younger brother to elder brother. And in the year of 566, the Pulakeshi first, he was the first ruler of Chalukyan Empire. When he died, so that time his first son Kirtivarman, he is having a coronation, crowning ceremony. So that time his younger brother Mangalesha, he is thinking, when my elder brother going to be a king, I can give him as a as a presentation as a long memory. So that's why he started to cut on this cave. But he took the time to carve this one totally 12 years. After 12 years presentation celebration, just he present his brother. This is a gift from memory from the younger to elder. And once it was, this cave also was painted, but all paintings are gone, but some still in good condition. This is known as Mahavishnu cave. It's a big in size. And then, especially on the other side, entrance of the cave, here the Vishnu himself is became as a guardian, a doorkeeper, that is called Ashtabahu Vishnu or Lord Vishnu with the 8 arms. That is the Ashtabahu Vishnu. And the other side, we already saw this image in second cave, the fifth incarnation of Lord Vishnu. Again they repeated here, but here the Vamana is missing. Just you can see his umbrella only. Then he is a demon teacher. They are holding with a water pot. The king Bali, then his wife Vindhyavali, and then this is again in between. This is called, we call it as a Trishanku Swargam in between. And here the demon son Namuchi. Then this is a Vishnu with a large image, and this is the image of sun god Surya. So in front of you, this is the fourth incarnation of Lord Vishnu. This is called a Narasimha. Right? That's it. That is it. So this is the fourth incarnation of Lord Vishnu. This is known as Narasimha. Usually, whenever you can see that Narasimha image, always is sitting portion and angry face. Then he tears the stomach of Hiranyakashipu. But here he is standing and smiling one. This is called Vijaya Narasimha or Victorious Narasimha. After victory, a lion became happy, and this is a happy face. This is called Vijaya Narasimha or Victorious Narasimha. Totally in India, we found 24 different positions of Narasimha, like a Ugra Narasimha, Shanta Narasimha, Yoga Narasimha, Lakshmi Narasimha, like that. This is the one of them, Vijaya Narasimha. And one side, the Vishnu's follower, Prahalada. He is a demon son. His name is Prahalada, Bhakta Prahalada. And the other side, he is a vehicle of Vishnu, the Garuda, the eagle. But look like a human being, but behind wings are there. And then only the mace is missing. And the other side, we already saw this figure in first cave. This is known as Harihara. Again, half portion belongs to Shiva and half portion belongs to Vishnu. See, very clearly, the matted hair, half moon, skull, snake earring, and the other side the Vishnu with the half crown, crocodile earring, the conch shell, here the axe with the snake. So half Shiva and half Vishnu. So Harihara, but there is no vehicle, no wife, just Shiva and Vishnu are combined together. And see some beautiful happy couples and royal couples with some images are there on the pillar panel. Generally we call it as a bracket figures, or we call it as a Apsara or Shirapalika sculptures. And then you can see on the some paintings are there. This cave also was painted. So here you can, especially here you can see. So in this part, these are some original paintings are there. These are the 1500 years ago was painted. So here you can see this beautiful image. So this is a sitting Vishnu. So this is some only few figures we have like this. So generally all the Chalukyan image rulers, the kings, they sitting on his royal court in same position. So that's why this is called Ananta Asina Vishnu. Generally, when all over the India, wherever you can see that Vishnu image, always is lying or standing. But here, first time is sitting on cobra. So it's Vishnu, sitting Vishnu. So the Chalukyan kings, they are sitting on his royal court with the same form. And this is like a royal court of the king. So here you can see the inscription. This is called a Mangalesha inscription. The script in old Kannada, but language in Sanskrit. We got a particular date and particular idea about this cave. So this is called a Mangalesha inscription. And this is the third incarnation of Lord Vishnu. So Varaha again. And then you can see that Varaha face. That's the whole thing is black. Inside the lips there is the red is there. And you can see on the ceiling green, red and white. Like a whole cave was painted. with a vegetable layers, and this is the old Kannada script and Sanskrit language. We got a particular date from this one. So inside the Sanctum Sanctorum, there is no image. Someone has stolen or destroyed that Vishnu image again. But we say this cave also is dedicated for Vishnu, because opposite the Vishnu temple, his vehicle Garuda is there. So Garuda. So like opposite Shiva temple, there is Nandi, a bull. Here opposite Vishnu temple, his vehicle Garuda is there. See the both sides, the wings are there, and you can see the nose also. So Garuda, the vehicle of Vishnu. This is again huge functioning hall, then the part of the Sanctum Sanctorum. So this is the fourth and last cave is dedicated for Jains. The Chalukyan kings, they never became a Jain, but they give the importance to that all religion. And in Chalukyan royal court, they have so many poets belongs to the Jain religion. So that's why the fourth one they called for the Jain. And when you compare with the other architecture, the Jain architecture is totally different than the other architecture. Always the Jain temples, it should be outside from the city or town. Otherwise, the top of the earth and near to the sky. It means you can say always it is on the mountain. See example, like the third and fourth cave, it is on same platform. Not necessary for that wall and the stairs. But during that time, the Chalukyans, they allowed only until the Hindu people, they allowed only until the third. It is totally the separate world for the Jain people. So that's why the fourth one they called for the Jain. And in Jainism, there are two type of there. So one it is called Shvetambara and another one called Digambara. Out in that religion, we have a 24 prophets are there, or we call it as a Tirthankara also. So here I will use the word as a Tirthankara, and here we have some Tirthankara inside the cave. And especially from this side, on the left side of the cave, so this is the image of Bahubali or Gomateshwara. In Karnataka, we got a 57 high feet sculpture in Shravanabelgola, but that one called by 10th century in the year of 981. But this is from 6th century. Throughout the South India, this is the earliest image of Bahubali or Gomateshwara. And then the opposite on the right side of the cave, that is the 23rd Tirthankara. His name is Parshvanatha. So each one Tirthankara, they have a different symbol, and he have a 5-headed cobra on his head. His number is 23rd and his name is Parshvanatha. And the other side, inside the Sanctum Sanctorum, the 24th and last prophet, his name is Vardhamana or Mahavira, sitting on the meditation, and rest of the whole cave, they will be called with all the Tirthankaras. But who there is no identify, because there is just a standing on the meditation. The standing meditation called Khadgasana. They stand like a sword. And then the sitting one called Padmasana. They are sitting like a lotus. But here there is no symbols. So that's why it's very difficult to make that who is he. But totally all the caves, we have all the four Tirthankara there. This is the fourth cave for Jain. So here you can see, this is the image of Bahubali or Gomateshwara. So here you can see the creeper like a vine. This is called a Madhavi Late. And then you can see that matted hair of Bahubali. And then you can see that cobra. And then you can see here, his number is 23rd. His name is Parshvanatha. He has a 5-headed cobra on his head. And thus each and every Tirthankara, they have two Yaksha and Yakshini. So especially for the Bahubali, there is called Dharanendra and Padmavati. There is two Yaksha and Yakshini. And here This is the image is known as Kamata. He is the enemy of the Parshvanatha. He's when the Parshvanatha, when he's standing on the meditation, so that time this enemy is going to be throwing the stone to that destroy that to the meditation of the Parshvanatha. And this is the image of Mahavira, 24th and last prophet Mahavira, sitting on the meditation. And here Mahavira always sitting on the 3 lions with some 2 peoples are there. So now we are in the place of South Fort, because generally we say about Badami divided by the two parts called South Fort and North Fort. So South Fort, which are the important things to see in Badami, those are the known as the caves. So we already visited on the Badami caves. Now we are in the second part, it is called South Fort. So here in this part we have the temples of Bhutanatha, group of Bhutanatha temples about east and north, then the Agastya Lake, then archaeological museum, and top of the mountain the some Shiva temples are there. Now we are in front of the Bhutanatha temple, East Bhutanatha temple of group. So generally this temple is belongs to 7th century, but the time being is going to be renovated. And then this is the front, the slanting roofs and other things, those are the later added in 11th century by the later Chalukyas. But before that thing, the Shikara and other part, it will be on the 7th century. So this is called Bhutanatha temple. Totally Lord Shiva, he have 108 names. So Bhutanatha one of them. So Bhutanatha temple. And then in front of you, this a huge lake is there. So this is called Agastya Lake. So because Agastya Mahamuni, he did a meditation on this area as a memory of the Agastya Mahamuni. So that's why it is called Agastya Lake. So inside there is no water springs or nothing. In Badami, if you have 1 hour or half an hour we get the rain, then the waterfall will be started, and all water is going to be stored on this area. The rain harvesting from 6th century. This is Agastya Lake. Depth is quite more, around 10 to 12 meter. The whole year the water level in same basement, but water is never climbing up the platform of the temple, just below the 6 inches below. And then this is the depth is quite more, around 10 to 12 meter, known as the Agastya Lake. And then we have a two Bhutanatha temple, one is east, another one is north. So both are dedicated for Shiva only.
So I hope you all enjoyed this virtual tour of Badami caves. I would like to thank Mr. Raju for guiding us throughout this Badami caves, and thank you so much.